The California newt is part of the Salamandriae family that consists of true newts and salamanders. Its scientific name, Terricha terrosa, characterizes the species as being full of muscle and fleshy. This speaks to the California newt's stocky appearance and its rough, grainy skin that varies in color from yellowish brown, dark brown, and reddish brown on its back, and pale yellow to bright yellow below on its belly, which also gives it its name, California orange-bellied newt. The adults can range from 2 to 3.5 inches from their snout to what's called their vent at the beginning of the tail and the end of their torso, and about 5 to 8 inches in total length, which makes them fairly large for amphibians. As the name implies, these newts are endemic to California, and they primarily occur along the coast and the Coast Range Mountains from Mendocino to San Diego, and include some pockets of the Sierra Nevada, which is awesome. They prefer wet forests, specifically oak woodlands, chaparral, grasslands, mainly riparian habitats. I've been lucky to see many of these little guys in tributaries of the Yuba River, particularly, and many streams in the Tahoe National Forest. Sometimes they can be found around South Lake Tahoe. I haven't seen many, but yeah, definitely see a lot of these guys up near the Yuba in the Tahoe National Forest, kind of near Interstate 80. Let's see. Yeah, so these newts are mostly terrestrial and they become aquatic during their breeding season, which is in the winter and the spring. And because they rely on ponds and streams for breeding, California newts depend on a steady rainfall and steady stream flows to provide healthy habitats for their reproduction. Adult newts can live about 20 years or longer, and therefore they're considered a useful benchmark for studying the effects of climate change and drought on other species as well. This species eats mostly small invertebrates, including worms, snails, slugs, sow bugs, and insects. They're also known to consume other amphibian eggs and larvae, including those of their own species. California newt larvae feed on small aquatic invertebrates and decomposing organic matter. So the bright orange color of the California newt is an indicator to other species of its poisonous nature. These amphibians produce poisonous skin secretions that contain a potent neurotoxin, pterodotoxin, which is the same toxin found in pufferfish and the harlequin frog. California newts are only dangerous to humans upon ingestion. A species of garter snake has actually proven its tolerance to this neurotoxin, and it sustains as a predator of the California newt for that reason. So some conservation issues surrounding the species. Many populations of California newts have been suffering severe declines in recent years because of periods of extreme drought. Because of their reliance on healthy streams and ponds for breeding, they are highly impacted by a lack of rainfall. Breeding areas have also been destroyed by development and sedimentation caused by wildfire and agriculture. The introduction of invasive species such as crayfish and mosquito fish to control mosquito populations to certain California streams threaten California newt populations in the loss of their young to new predators. California newts are currently listed as a California species of special concern by the California Department of Fish and Wildlife. In 2013, they were protected from take, which is a legal term for taking species either directly from their habitat or destruction of species habitat, therefore making the habitat unlivable. They were protected from take with a sport fishing license. They have not yet received federal protection as an endangered species. And one last fun fact about this species, I found this information on the internet and I'm not entirely sure if it's true. It didn't have many sources, but it was on a well-reputable scientific page. And it was saying that California newts have a remarkable emergency defense against wildfires. When the newt is exposed to fire, the slim coating on its skin foams up and can char to a crusty white ash, which protects the newt from catching fire, while the foam sealed underneath serves as an insulation against the heat of the flames. So this has been studied with the increase of wildfires in California as one defensive adaptation of the California newt to sustain through catastrophic wildfire. And to end, here's a cute little video of some newts swimming. They're pretty graceful swimmers, and it also has an example of what's called a breeding ball. So this is how they reproduce, is in these huge tangles of newts, and it's just a ball of reproduction activity. So let's take a look. So there you can see it swimming gracefully, and then a couple other newts down below. And it should be noted that these newts are amphibians, and as naturalists, it's important for us to Never to try to avoid handling amphibians unless we have training for how to protect them because they breathe through their skin. So it's very important for us to either outright avoid touching them, or if it's something that's an educational experience, making sure that our hands are wet when we're interacting with amphibians. Awesome. Well, so those were some examples of the California newt, and I hope everybody learned something. And now when you go out and you see these interesting little creatures, you'll know a little more about them that you can maybe share with your friends.